गिरिधारी शिष्य राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्वत रशत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्वत रशत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अश्वत रशत शिशुमार Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupada Shatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupada Shatarashata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Nityal Pravishta Maha-bhagavat Śrīla Gaura-kishora Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nityal Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa Nuguriya Guru Varga ki jai. Śrīla Baladevi Vijabhushan Prabhu ki jai. Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki jai. Śrīla Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Śrīla Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandal Mathurā Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki jai. The Gaudiya Bhashya commentary of Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Grantaraj Śrīmad Bhagavatam ki jai. Śrī Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. The Ādi-khaṇḍa ki jai. And Nimai is going from Pandit Nimai to Bhavuk Nimai ki jai. That's what we're reading about now in this chapter. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Dandavat pranams. Dandavat pranams Satya Mataji, Champak Mataji, and let's see who's here on YouTube and Facebook, if there's anybody here yet. Oh, 1 second, just need to refresh the screen. It's annoying, every time I refresh the screen with this program I'm using, then I don't see the comments on Facebook, and I don't know who's here if there aren't any comments. But anyways, I see there's a few devotees there, so Dandavat pranams everybody. Oh, there's Raseshwari Mataji, Ganga Mataji, and Karuna Didi. Hari bol, everybody. Okay, so which kirtan should we do for Mahaprabhu today? I don't have any idea actually. I'll share my screen and then we can choose something. If anybody has any suggestion, send it right now. And then, where's share screen? There it is. Oh, chat. Okay. Oh, Champak Didi is asking, when do you get called Mata or Didi? Well, did a bug just go in my mouth? I don't think so. Sorry. There's lots of bugs where I am. Okay, so yes, so with Mataji, well, Mataji means mother and Didi means... 1 second, a bug did go in my mouth. That's the only downside to living in the middle of a jungle. It's really peaceful and nice and all the nature, but the bugs are just ridiculous. Just flew into my throat. Yeah, so what Didi or Mataji, so Didi means elder sister. So if someone's around my, like, older than me, like a little bit, or if somebody's old enough to be my mother, then I call Mataji. Oh, yes. I don't know, maybe a cuckoo? I don't know. Yeah. Haribo, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji. Dandavad pranams.
Haribo, Dandavad pranams.
Haribo. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, and now let's choose something to sing. Oh wait, I'm going to just quickly check YouTube and Facebook to see if anybody had any suggestion. Nope. Okay. So let's see. Why don't we sing something with all of Mahaprabhu's associates? We'll do one of the Gaur and his associate kirtans. Maybe Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Doya Koramore. Hey, why is it not coming up? Yeah. Oh, Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Oh, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, be merciful to me. Except for you, who in this material existence is so full of compassion? The reason for your descent is to deliver the fallen souls. O Lord, you will not find anyone else as fallen as me. O Nityananda Prabhu, who is always joyful in ecstatic love, please glance upon me with compassion, for I am very sorrowful. O Advaita Goshai, husband of Sita, be kind to me. By the power of your mercy, I can surely attain Śrī Caitanya Nitai. Alas, O Sarup Damodar Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami, O Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Śrī Jiva Goswami, O my master, Lokanath Goswami, give me your mercy. Be merciful, O Prabhu Srinivasacharya. Narottam Das begs for the association of Ramachandra Kabiraj. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu. Sorry, just changing the sounds. Okay. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu, Daya karo more. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu, Daya karo more. Toma bina ke dayalo jagata sansare. Toma bina ke dayalo jagata sansare. Patita pavana hetu tavaya avatara. Patita pavana hetu tavaya avatara. Mosamapatita Prabhu na paibe ara. Mosamapatita प्रभु न पाइबे आरा आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा अवलोकन करो आमी बड़ दुखी कृपा अवलोकन करो आमी बड़ दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा बोले पाय चैतन्य निताय तव कृपा बोले पाय चैतन्य निताय. And this is an extra verse that's not written by Narottam Das Thakur, but that's often sung. Daya karo gadadhara premera sagara daya karo gadadhara premer sagara Shri Srivasa Hari Dasa More Kripa Koro Shri Srivasa Hari Dasa More Kripa Koro Ahab Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunata Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunata Bhatta Juga Shri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanata Bhatta Yuga Shri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanata Daya Karo Śrī Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Daya Karo Śrī Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama dāsa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama dāsa Daya koro Prabhupada Shridaita dāsa Daya koro Prabhupada Shridaita dāsa Vaishnavera kripa mage Adhama dāsa Vaishnavera kripa mage Adhama dāsa Daya karo O Guru Deva Patita Pavana Daya karo Guru Deva Patita Pavana pavan, Shri charane seva mage, e patita jan. Shri charane seva mage, e patita jan. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, daya karo more. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, daya karo more. Toma bina ke dayalu jagata samsare. Toma bina ke dayalu jagata samsare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Sachinandan, Jai Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jai Gaura Hari, Jaya Sachinandan, Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Swapashara, Jaya Gaura Hari, Swapashara, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Swapashara, Jaya Gaura Hari, Swapashara, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Narottama Ṭhākura, Narottama Ṭhākura, Narottama. Oh Jaya Narottama Ṭhākura, Narottama Ṭhākura, Narottama. Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol. Josh. Okay, so now we'll do the Mangala Charan. It's funny see how people always walk behind and want to see what the heck is going on here. Okay, so sharing my screen again. We'll start the Mangala Charan. Ajnānatimirandhasya jnānanjana shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। नमस्त्रिकालसत्याय जगन्नाथसुताय च सभृत्याय सपुत्राय सकलत्राय ते नमः। अवतीर्णौ सकारुण्यौ परिच्छिन्नौ सरीश्वरौ श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दौ द्वौ भ्रातरौ भजे। स जयति विशुद्धविक्रमा कनकाभकमलायतेक्षणा वरजानुविलम्बिषद्भुजौ बहुधा भक्तिरसाभिनर्तका। जयति जयति देव कृष्णचैतन्यचन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा। जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेशमूर्ते जयति जयति नृत्यं तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम्। आद्य श्री चैतन्य प्रिय गोष्ठीर्चरणे अशेष प्रकारे मोर दंड परनामे तबे वंदो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महेश्वर नवद्वीपे अवतार नाम विश्वम्भर। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना एति विज्ञाय देवी त्वां नायमां चरणान्तिकाम्। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्षाय क्षिप्ताष्टकामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भज श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। I think actually that might be the last time we sing this Mangalacharan for, yeah. Or maybe I can sing it tomorrow. I think tomorrow we can do a recap, so I'll do it again tomorrow. But then for the Madhya-khaṇḍa, there'll be a whole other Mangalacharan. We'll have to see what it's like, how many verses it is and all that. So now we'll sing about the glories of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura and Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. Hari Bol Kishore Prabhu. Ore mura loka shono Chaitanya manga Chaitanya mahima jate jani beshaka. Krishna Lila Bhagavate kohe Ved Vyas Chaitanya Lila Vyas Vṛndāvana Das Vṛndāvana dāsa koilo Chaitanya manga Jahan rashavane nashe sarvaya manga Chaitanya nitar jate janiye mahima Jate jani Krishna bhakti siddhanter sima O Bhagavate jatta bhakti siddhanter sar লিখিয়াছেন ইহা জানি করিয়া উদার চৈতন্য মঙ্গল শুনে যদি পাশান্তি জবান সেহ মহাবৈষ্ণব হয় ততক্ষণ মনুষ্যের চিত্তে নারে ঐচ্ছে গ্রন্থ ধন্য বৃন্দাবন দাস মুখে বক্তা শ্রী চৈতন্য বৃন্দাবন দাস পদে কোটি নমস্কার ঐচ্ছে গ্রন্থ করিতে তারিলা সংসার ও নারায়ণী চৈতন্যের উচ্ছিষ্ট ভজন তার গর্বে জন্মিলা শ্রী দাস বৃন্দাবন তার কি অদ্ভুত চৈতন্য চরিত বর্ণন যাহার শ্রবণে শুদ্ধ কইল ত্রিভুবন सहजे विचित्र मधुर चैतन्य विहार वृंदावन दास मुखे अमृते धार वृंदावन दास मुखे अमृते धार. By nature, all the activities of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura, they become like a shower of nectar. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Caitanya-bhāgavata Ādi-khaṇḍa ki jai. The Gaudiya Bhashya of Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Hari ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari 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 Bo. Okay. Hari Bol Sudevi Didi. And let's see. And whoever else is there. See, there are two other people there, but I only see your name when you write a comment. All right. Closing this. Sure, why not? All right. So let's read the whole summary here by Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, the Katha Sar it's called. So chapter 17, the Lord's travel to Gaya. This chapter describes Śrī Gaurasundar's visit to Gaya via Mandara and Punpun. It describes his meeting with Ishwar Puri at Gaya, his bestowing mercy on Ishwar Puri on the pretext of accepting initiation, his manifestation of himself, his attempts to go to Mathurā while being maddened in separation from Krishna, his return home to Navadvīpa Mayapur after hearing a voice from the sky on the way, and the conclusion of the Ādi-khaṇḍa. During the time when Śrī Gaurasundar was enjoying his pastimes in Navadvīpa as the crest jewel of teachers, the philosophies of the atheists and the smartas were being quickly propagated. Even hearing the name of Bhakti Yoga was rare. The sinful people went on unnecessarily criticizing the Vaishnavas. Considering that the proper time had arrived to manifest himself, Śrī Gaurasundar enacted the pastime of going to Gaya for performing worldly fruitivat rituals in order to refute the atheistic and smarta philosophies, as well as to bewilder adverse persons. In order to bewilder the atheists, the Lord displayed the pastime of being attacked with fever on his way to Gaya. Thereafter, to exhibit his affection towards his servants and the potency of water that has washed the feet of the qualified brahmanas, he drank water that had washed the feet of a brahman and ended his pastime of having a fever. On reaching Punpun, the Lord performed his pastime of worshipping the forefathers and then entered Gaya. He took bath at Brahmakund, and after displaying the pastime of duly respecting his father at that place, he came to Chakra Veda and manifested his pastime of seeing the lotus feet of Gadadhar, or Lord Vishnu. After hearing the glories of the lotus feet of Gadadhar from the resident brahmanas, the Lord became decorated with pure ecstatic transformations, and thus inaugurated his pastimes of manifesting loving devotional service. By providence, the Lord met Ishvara Puri there. Sri Mahaprabhu revealed to Ishvara Puri that the perfection of visiting Gaya is to meet pure devotees like Ishvara Puri. That seeing Vaishnavas is matchlessly greater than worshipping and offering oblations to the forefathers at Gaya, and that his purpose of traveling to Gaya was to permanently surrender at the lotus feet of a Mahabhagavat spiritual master. Without disturbing the foolish, ill-motivated fruit of workers who are bewildered by the three modes of material nature, to teach them that until one receives initiation into Krishna mantras from a bona fide spiritual master, he is eligible only for performing fruitive activities, and to simultaneously bewilder the atheists, Sri Gaurasundar exhibited the pastimes of offering various oblations to the forefathers at Gaya, according to worldly customs. Thereafter, he returned to his room and began to personally cook. At that time, Sri Ishvara Puri arrived there, overwhelmed with love of Krishna. The Lord personally served all the foodstuffs that he cooked for himself. He offered everything that he cooked for himself to Sri Ishvara Puripad. And by directly serving his spiritual master Puripad with his own hands, he displayed the ideal example of serving the spiritual master. On another day, in a solitary place, Mahaprabhu offered obeisances to Ishvara Puri and requested him for mantra initiation. Then the Lord received the 10-syllable mantra from his spiritual master and surrendered everything onto his lotus feet. In this way, Sri Gaura-Narayan Prabhu, the spiritual master of the entire universe, instructed people who were desirous of love of God. In order to reveal that only a person who has fully surrendered at the lotus feet of his spiritual master and who is endowed with transcendental knowledge is qualified to achieve loving devotional service, prem bhakti, as a result of service to the spiritual master. For this reason, Mahaprabhu, after receiving initiation from Ishvara Puripad, became overwhelmed with separation from Krishna, and he loudly cried out, "Krishna, Krishna," and thus exhibited his pastime of becoming most restless. And this is, from this point on, this is what we're reading today. He said, "I will not enter family life. Rather, I will go to Mathurā, in search of Krishna, who has stolen my heart." Saying this, the Lord instructed his students who had accompanied him to Gaya to return to Navadvīpa. Being greatly overwhelmed by separation from Krishna, the Lord departed towards Mathurā in the early morning without informing anyone. While addressing Krishna, "Oh dear Krishna, oh dear child, where will I go? Where will I meet Murali Vadan?" After walking a little distance, the Lord heard a voice from the sky saying that the time had not yet arrived for the Lord to visit Mathurā. The Lord should distribute loving devotional service in Navadvīpa for some time. Hearing this voice from the sky, I wonder who that voice was. Is that like Narayan speaking to him, or? Yeah, curious. Hearing this voice from the sky, Gaurasundar stopped his journey and returned to his residence at Gaya, where he took permission from Sri Ishvara Puri, and then returned to Sri Navadvīpa with his students. In this way, the author has concluded the topics of Ādi-khaṇḍa. The author, as a servant of Nityananda, discloses that his attempt of writing the biography of Śrī Caitanya is simply due to the order of Śrī Nityananda. After personally revealing his attachment for serving his spiritual master, Śrī Nityananda, he humbly invites all living entities to accept subordination at the lotus feet of Śrī Nityananda Prabhu and Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai. Okay, so where did we leave off yesterday? Uh-oh. One second, I'm just going to look at this. This is where I organize the readings so I can get the word count, figure out how much we can fit in a day. Okay. So we read up to 116. All right. So let's find a good place to read from, like 116. That's way too far back. I'm just going to read the first few verses where we left off. I'll read from where the Lord starts cooking for Ishvara Puri. That's what I'll read. Okay, so after completing his offerings of Shraddha and satisfying the Brahmanas at all the recommended places, the Lord returned to his room. After he took some rest, the Lord then sat down to cook. As soon as the Lord finished cooking, Śrī Ishvara Puri arrived there. Ishvara Puri's head was rolling back and forth in ecstatic love as he arrived there chanting the names of Krishna. The Lord immediately left the kitchen, and after respectfully offering obeisances, he seated Ishvara Puri comfortably. Ishvara Puri smiled and said, "Listen, O Pandit, I see I've come at the right time." The Lord replied, "It will be my good fortune if you will accept your meal here today. Ishvara Puri smiled and said, "Then what will you eat?" The Lord replied, "I will cook again." Ishvara Puri then said, "What is the need for cooking again? Just divide whatever you have in 2 portions." The Lord smiled and said, "If you really want to please me, then eat whatever I've cooked. Eat everything that I've cooked. Sab kichu. Sab khao. I'll cook again within a moment. Take your meal without hesitation." The Lord then gave his meal to Ishvara Puri and happily went to cook for himself. Ishvara Puri's mind never deviated from the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, the Lord bestowed such mercy on him. The Lord served Ishvara Puri with his own hands, and Ishvara Puri thus ate in great ecstasy. At that time, Ramadevi, the goddess of fortune, quickly cooked for the Lord while remaining unseen by all. Then, after the Lord first fed Ishvara Puri, he happily ate himself. One who hears about the Lord taking his meal with Ishvara Puri will achieve the wealth of love of Krishna. The Lord, with his own hands, then smeared sandalwood paste on the body of Ishvara Puri. Who has the ability to describe the Lord's love for Śrī Ishvara Puri? The Supreme Lord, Śrī Caitanya, personally visited the birthplace of Ishvara Puri. The Lord said, "I offer my obeisances to the village of Kumarhatta, where Śrī Ishvara Puri appeared." Lord Chaitanya cried profusely at the place, and he spoke nothing other than the name of Ishvara Puri. The Lord took some dust from the birthplace of Ishvara Puri and tied it in his cloth. The Lord said, "The dust from the birthplace of Ishvara Puri is my life, wealth, and living force." The Lord exhibited such affection for Ishvara Puri because he takes pleasure in increasing the glories of his devotees. The Lord said, "I came to Gaya to offer oblations to my forefathers. Now that I have seen Ishvara Puri, my journey has become successful." On another day, the Lord went privately to Ishvara Puri and, in sweet words, requested him for initiation. Ishvara Puri replied, "What to speak of mantra? I can give my life to you." Then, in order to instruct everyone, the Lord accepted the 10-syllable mantra from Ishvara Puri. The Lord then circumambulated Ishvara Puri and said, "I fully surrender myself unto you. Please glance mercifully on me so that I may float in an ocean of love of Krishna." Hearing the Lord's words, Śrī Ishvara Puri embraced him. The bodies of both became soaked with their tears and agitated due to ecstatic love. In this way, while bestowing mercy on Ishvara Puri, Śrī Gaur Hari remained in Gaya for a few days. As the time became ripe for the Lord to reveal himself, his loving devotional sentiments increased day by day. Atma prakasher asi hoilo shamoy, dine dine bade prem bhaktir vijay. One day, the Lord sat down in a solitary place and began to meditate on his 10-syllable mantra. After some time, when the Lord regained his external consciousness, he began to shed tears and he began to call out for Krishna. Okay, so that's where we read up to yesterday, right? Yeah. Krishna re bap re mor jivana Shri Hari kon dike gela mor prana kori churi. Oh my dear Krishna, oh Father, oh Hari, my life and soul, where did you go after stealing my heart? Gaudiya Bhashya by Śrīla Bhakti-siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. I don't know what this is supposed to say here. I think it's nothing though. Being situated in the mood of pure dasya ras as a servant of Krishna, the Lord considered Krishna as his father and himself as the son, and he began to speak as follows. O Father, Krishna, you are my life and soul. Where did you go after stealing my heart? I have become overwhelmed by not finding the object stolen by you. But I have certainly understood that the same thief who has stolen my heart is my maintainer and protector. One second. 117. Painu Ishwar mor kon kike gela, shloka pori prabhu kandite lagila. I saw my Lord, but now where has he gone? The Lord then began to cry and recite various verses. Gaudiya Bhashya. The verses dealing with feelings of separation from Krishna in the Śrīmad Bhagavatam are as follows. Canto 10, chapter 30, verses 5 to 12, chapter 31, verses 10 to 31, chapter 47, verses 12 to 21. These verses, however, should be discussed only by qualified persons. They aren't to be taken cheaply, that just any old person can talk about them whenever. They're meant to be only those who are qualified. Prema bhakti rase magna hoila ishvar, shakala shri anga hoilo dhulaya dhusar. The Lord was absorbed in sentiments of ecstatic love, and his entire body was covered by dust. Artanada kori prabhu dake uchai sware, kotha gela bapa Krishna chadiya mohare. He loudly cried out in distress, "Where did you go, leaving me behind, my dear child Krishna?" Isn't it funny? Bap means father, and it also means son. The same word. So I don't know, like in the translation, here he was saying, "My father Krishna." Right? That's what Śrīla Saraswati Ṭhākura wrote here. It's possible he's still saying "my father Krishna" here. I don't know, let's see the commentary, maybe that might clarify. Gaudiya Bhashya. When Krishna was leaving Vraj for Mathurā, Nanda and Yashoda, who were situated in Vatsalya Ras, addressed Krishna as Bap, or dear child, out of Vipralambha Ras. Okay, that clarifies it. So for the Lord, who is playing the role of a devotee, to cry out Bap is most reasonable. Although Shri Gaurasundar is the object of the 5 types of rasas, he nevertheless displayed the pastimes of being the abode of those 5 rasas, of being the devotee, the abode of, not the objects, not where it's directed to, but the one who has these feelings. Since Krishna alone is the object of the 5 rasas, the separated living entities, the Vibhinangsha jivas, they know Krishna as the object of the respective rasas, and they know this in their perfected state. In Madhur rasa, however, he is the lover. Sorry, why did I say however? In Madhur ras, he is the lover. In Vatsalya ras, he is the son. In Sakhya ras, he is the friend. In Dasya ras, he is the young boy of Vraj, son of the king of Vraj. And in Shanta ras, he is the unknown worshipable object for the spiritually sheltered cows, sticks, and flutes. Sticks and flutes. because everything's conscious in Vraj. In this way, the one supreme non-dual spiritual object, Krishna, is served by the Goloka Vrindavan residents who are under the shelter of 5 types of rasas, with 5 types of moods. Jai Prabhu achila ati parama gambhir, She Prabhu hoila preme parama astir. That Lord, who was previously most grave, now became greatly agitated in ecstatic love. Gaudiya Bhashya. That same Nimai Pandit, who, as a teacher in Navadvīpa, was previously most grave, has today become most agitated in love for Krishna. The incomparable nature of love for Krishna is such that when overcome by it, even a person as grave as millions of oceans becomes controlled by the most wonderful restlessness and waywardness. One should discuss the following verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 4:147. The beauty of Krishna has one natural strength. It thrills the heart of all men and women, beginning with Lord Krishna himself. Let's see the original verse, the Bengali for it. Oh God, that's really hard on the eyes. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't want to waste more time though. Krishna madhuryar eko svabhavika bolo. Oh, sorry. Krishna madhuryar eko svabhavika bol. Krishna adi naranari koraye chanchal. So it thrills the hearts of all men and women, beginning with Lord Krishna himself. It is also stated in Antya 3:268. Let's read the Bengali first. Okay. Krishna adi ar jata stavara jangame, Krishna preme matta kore Krishna sankirtane. That means the holy name of Krishna is so attractive that anyone who chants it, including all living entities, moving and non-moving, and even Lord Krishna himself, becomes imbued with love of Krishna. This is the effect of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, so that was the purport for this. The Lord who was previously most grave now became greatly agitated in ecstatic love. Parama astir. Stir means grave, fixed, and astir means restless. Gora gari jayen kanden uchasware, bhashilen nija bhakti viraha sagare. He rolled on the ground, cried loudly, and floated in the ocean of devotional feelings of separation. Gaudiya Bhashya. The phrase Bhakti Viraha Sagare means in the mature stage of Vipralamba Ras. Tabe koto khane asi sarva shishya gane, susta korilen asi ashesha jatane. Then, after some time, Nimai's students came and pacified him with great care. Prabhu bole tumra shakale jaha ghare, mui ar na jaimu sangsara bhitore. The Lord said to them, "You all go back to Navadvīpa. I will not return to material life." Mathurā dekhite mui chalimu sarvatha, prananata mor Krishna chandra paya jatha. I must go see Mathurā, where I'll see the Lord of my life, Śrī Krishna Chandra. Gaudiya Bhashya. Being absorbed in the mood of the gopis, who are the abodes of Madhur Ras, the phrase Prananath Krishna Chandra is used by the Lord to address Vrajendra Nandan, who is the object of that ras. Nana rupe sarva shishya gana prabodhiya, sthir kori rakhilen shabai miliya. The students tried in various ways to solace the Lord and keep him peaceful. Bhakti rase magna hoy vaikuntera pati chitte swastya na payen rahi ben kati. The Lord of Vaikuntha, however, was absorbed in devotional sentiments, and his heart was agitated. So how could he remain peaceful? Kahare na boli Prabhu, koto ratri sheshe, Mathurā ke cholilen premer aveshe. Early one morning, without informing anyone, the Lord departed for Mathura in ecstatic love. Gaudiya Bhashya. Being absorbed in the mood of the gopis, who were afflicted with separation for Krishna after he left for Mathura, Gaurasundar became so overwhelmed with love of Krishna that early one morning, without informing anyone, he left for Mathura to search for Krishna. Krishna re Krishna re bapre mor paimu kothai e mato bolia jayen gorarai. As the Lord walked, he called out, "O Krishna, my dear child, where can I find you?" Gaudiya Bhashya. Moreover, being absorbed in the Vatsalya Ras of Vraj, he loudly addressed Krishna in a piteous tone and displayed the pastime of searching for Krishna. Kota dur jaite shunin divya vani, ekhone Mathura na jaiba dvijamani. After traveling a while, the Lord heard a voice from the sky. He heard a voice from the sky say, "O crest jewel of the Brahmanas, do not go to Mathura now. Jai bar kala ache, jai ba tokhone, Navadvīpe nirja grihe, chalo ho ekhone." You will go when the appropriate time comes. Now you should return to your house in Navadvīpa. Tumi Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata loka nistarite, avatirna hoyacho sabhara sahite. You are the Lord of Vaikuntha, and you have appeared along with your associates to deliver the people of the world. Ananta Brahmandamay Koriya Kirtan, Jagatere Bilaiba Prema Bhakti Dhan. When you distribute the wealth of ecstatic love, your kirtan will inundate innumerable universes. Brahma Shiva Sanakadi Jairase Vival Mahaprabhu. What's that word? I don't know what that word is supposed to be. Something Ana Gayana Jai Mangal. Taha tumi jagatere divar karane, avatirna hoyacho jana ho apane. You have advented to distribute that love which Lord Ananta always glorifies, and which Brahma, Shiva, and the four Kumaras are overwhelmed with. This fact is known to you. Sevaka amra tabun chahi kohibar, Ataeva kohilaya charane tomar. Apanara vidhata apane tumi prabhu, tomar je ichha she langhana nahe kabhu. Ataeva Mahaprabhu chalo tumi ghar, vilambe dekhiba asi Mathura nagar. We are your servants, therefore we offer this reminder at your lotus feet. O Lord, you are supremely independent. Whatever you desire cannot be checked by anyone. Therefore, O Lord, please return home. You will see the city of Mathura later. Gaudiya Bhashya. The demigod spoke from the sky. O Supreme Lord Gaurasundar, as your eternal servants, we are reminding you that you have appeared in this world to distribute the love of God through the chanting of the holy names. At present, there is no need for you to go to Mathurā. You are the supreme controller of everyone. No one can transgress your supreme will. Therefore, do not go to Mathurā now. Rather, return to Mayapur Navadvīpa. Shuniya Akashavani Shri Gora Sundar Nivarta Hoila Prabhu Harisha Antar. After hearing the voice from the sky, Shri Gaurasundar was satisfied and stopped his journey. One second, my mother keeps on messaging me and she's just asking when a good time to call me is. One second, I'm just going to respond to her really quick. Haribol, Mom, I'm just in the middle of a Caitanya-bhāgavata reading, and I'll be free to speak at 9 a.m., which is in 1 hour from now. So yeah, call back in 1 hour. Bashai Ashiya Sarva Shishyer Sahite Nijagrihe Cholilen Bhakti Prakashite. The Lord returned to his room in Gaya and then took his students back to Navadvīpa, where he revealed the devotional service of Krishna. Navadvipe Gora Chandra Korila Vijay Dine Dine Bare Prem Bhaktir Uday. After Lord Gaurachandra arrived in Navadvīpa, his loving sentiments began to increase day by day. Ādi-khaṇḍa katha paripurna e hoite Madhya-khaṇḍa katha ebhe shuno bhalo mate. The topics of Ādi-khaṇḍa are thus completed. Please hear now the topics of Madhya-khaṇḍa. Jai, Ādi-khaṇḍa of Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai, the Madhya-khaṇḍa of Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. Now, we're finally transitioning to the different Mahaprabhu's pastimes of distributing love, his whole purpose of coming for the jivas. Jeva shune ishvarer gayai vijay Gaurachandra Prabhu tare milibo hriday. One who hears about the Lord's visit to Gaya will see Lord Gaurachandra in his heart. Gaudiya Bhashya. Shri Gaurasundar will appear in the heart of one who hears his pastimes of delivering Gaya Tirtha. In order to set an ideal example for prospective spiritualists, at Gaya, Gaurasundar primarily enacted the pastime of taking shelter at the lotus feet of his spiritual master and receiving his mercy. Thus, he inaugurated the pastimes of distributing love and devotion. Therefore, by hearing Gaurasundar's pastime of visiting Gaya, the propensities for both sinful and pious activities will be completely eradicated, and the brightness and supremacy of devotional service to the Lord will be firmly established in the heart. Haribol Govinda Saha and Shash Sharma ji and Rukmini Didi. Rukmini's always here whenever I'm doing something special, like special times. The beginning, end, any special holy day. Okay. Krishna Yasha Shunite She Krishna Sangha Pai Ishvarer Shangetar Kabu Tyaganai. One who hears glorification of Krishna directly associates with Krishna and is never separated from him. Wow. So we can get the association of Krishna. How? Krishna Jasha Shunite. She Krishna Sangapai. Ishvare Sangatar Kabu Tyaganai. Gaudiya Bhashya. By hearing glorification of Gaur Krishna, one achieves Gaur Krishna's direct association, because the topics of Krishna and the names of Krishna are non-different from Krishna himself. In other words, the personality of Krishna is absolute or non-dual. There is no tinge of differentiation between him and his names, as there is in the illusory world. In the transcendental topics of Gaur, there are no topics devoid of Krishna's glories. Therefore, there is no reason for one to separate Gaur Lila from Krishna Lila. Antaryami Nityananda Bolila Kotuke Chaitanya Charitra Kichu Likhite Pustake. Lord Nityananda has inspired me from within. He has inspired me from within my heart to describe some of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in this book. Tahan kripai likhi Chaitanyar katha Swatantra hoite shakti nahi ko sarvata. Only by his mercy am I able to write these narrations concerning Lord Chaitanya, for I have no independence whatsoever. Swatantra hoite shakti nahi ko sarvata. Gaudiya Bhashya. Nityananda Prabhu inspired me to write about the characteristics of Mahaprabhu. I have not sat down to write about the transcendental characteristics of Śrī Caitanya out of bewilderment arising from false ego. Rather, I am writing simply on the strength of Lord Nityananda's mercy. And we see this exact same mood in Śrīla Prabhupada when he traveled to the West. We see in his prayers and in everything, this mood was so intense. And that's how his preaching was successful. So the secondary thing is the whole world becoming Krishna conscious, all these preaching centers, all temples being set up, everybody chanting the name of Krishna, everybody knowing the name Hare Krishna, that was the secondary effect of being completely surrendered to his guru, like Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura is here to Nityananda Prabhu. Śrīla Prabhupada never for a second thought, I'm going to go and do this and do that and make the world Krishna conscious and like that. He only thought, I'm going to fulfill the order of my spiritual master. And then everything came about from that. And he even used this in his poem, the Boro Kripa Koile Krishna, that he wrote. He wrote this exact same, Kashter Putali Jeno Nachai. Kashter Putali Jeno Kuhake Nachai E Mata Gora Chandra Morje Bolai. Whatever I describe is only by the direction of Gaura Chandra, just as a puppet dances only by the direction of the puppeteer. Let's just look at that really quick. Boro, here it is. Oh my God, that's really intense on the eyes. Anyways, doesn't matter. Here. See, look. Kashter Putula Jata Nachao Shemate. Aniachi Jaji Prabhu Amare Nachate. This is Śrīla Prabhupada's words. Nachao Prabhu Nachao Shemate. Kashter Putula Jata Nachao Shemate. If you have brought me here to dance, O Lord, then make me dance. Make me dance. Make me dance like a wooden puppet in your hands. O Lord, make me dance as you like. Nachao Prabhu, Nachao Shemate. Kashter Putula Jata, Nachao Shemate. Kashter Putali Jeno, Kuhake Nachai, E Mata Gora Chandra, More Je Bolai. Okay. Chaitanya Katha Radhi Antanahi Jani, Jete Mate Chaitanyer Jasha She Bakhani. There is no beginning or end to the topics of Lord Chaitanya, yet somehow or other I am trying to glorify him. Gaudiya Bhashya. Śrī Caitanya is the original, primeval, unlimited truth. Therefore, the living entity is not qualified to describe his beginning and end. I am trying to glorify Śrī Caitanya Dev in any way and in any language I can. Just as a wooden puppet has no independence, it simply moves by the inducement of the puppeteer. Similarly, I am moving simply on the inspiration of the supreme non-dual personality, Śrī Caitanya, who is situated in my pure consciousness. Pakhi jeno akasher anta nahi pai, Jata dhur shakti tata dur udi jai. And there is no end to the vast sky. A bird only flies as far as it is able. Gaudiya Bhashya. A bird flies only as far as it is able, because there's no end to the vast sky. Gaudiya Bhashya, and that's a beautiful example, isn't it? Gaudiya Bhashya. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 8, verses 78 to 79, it is stated, actually, Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita is not my writing, but the dictation of Sri Madan Mohan. My writing is like the repetition of a parrot. As a wooden doll is made to dance by a magician, I write as my Madan Gopal orders me to do so. Also in chapter 12, verses 93 to 94 of Chaitanya Charitamrita, I think so. Yeah, I think it's the same thing, Adi 12, like that. So it is stated, the ocean of pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is immeasurable and unfathomable. Oh, that's a beautiful verse. Let's find it. Chapter 12, 93 and 94. One second. I always like to see the original language, because translations never exactly get it. One second. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi. Let's see if that brings it up. Oops, let me just type in 93. There. Whatever. Actually, Vani source, that works. No. Anyways, it's getting too late. Let's just continue on. So also in chapter 12, verses 93 to 94, it is stated, the ocean of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is immeasurable and unfathomable. Who can take the courage to measure that great ocean? It is not possible to dip into that great ocean, but its sweet mellow fragrance attracts my mind. I therefore stand on the shore of that ocean and try to taste but a drop of it. Oh, I could just put in the translation, duh. Oh, that's from Caitanya-bhāgavata. No, I don't know. There it is. Gora lilamrita sindhu apar agadha ke korite pare taha avagaha sadha. Then let's see the next verse. Tahara madhurya gande lubda hoy man ataiva tatte rohi chaki ekakana. Just one particle coming from that great ocean. It is not possible to dip into that great ocean, but its sweet, mellow fragrance attracts my mind. I therefore stand on the shore of that ocean and try to taste but one particle. Yeah, kana is not just a drop, it's like a particle, smaller than a drop, right? Like when the mist comes from the ocean breeze, one little particle will come into your nose. Okay. Since the sky is beginningless and unlimited, a bird is able to fly in the sky only as far as its physical strength allows. Similarly, without finding the limit of the unlimited pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, I am only describing a small portion according to my ability. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 17:233, it is stated, the whole world became merged in the inundation of the pastimes of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. One can swim in that water to the extent that he has the strength. Also in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya, chapter 20, so that's the last chapter, that's the Shikshashtakam verses. Verses 71, 77, 79 to 81, 90 to 92, and 98 and 99. It is stated, How then can an ordinary living being be with very little intelligence describe such pastimes? Nevertheless, I am trying to touch but a particle of them just to rectify my own self. I cannot understand the very deep, meaningful pastimes of Śrī Caitanya-Mahaprabhu. My intelligence cannot penetrate them, and therefore I could not properly describe them. The sky is unlimited, but many birds fly higher and higher according to their own abilities. The pastimes of Śrī Caitanya-Mahaprabhu are like the unlimited sky. How then can an ordinary living being describe them all? I have tried to describe them as far as my intelligence allows, as if trying to touch a drop in the midst of the great ocean. I am very insignificant. I am a very insignificant living being, like a small red-beaked bird. Just as such a bird drinks the water of the sea to quench its thirst, so I have touched only a drop of the ocean of Śrī Caitanya-Mahaprabhu's pastimes. From this example, you may all understand how expansive are the pastimes of Śrī Caitanya-Mahaprabhu. I infer that I have written. If I infer that, it is a false understanding, for my body is like a wooden doll. By the mercy of these great personalities, I am able to write. I have also been specifically favored by another Supreme Personality. Sri Madan Mohan Deity of Vrindavan has given the order that is making me write. Although this should not be disclosed, I disclose it because I am unable to remain silent. E mata chaitanya jasher antanai, jare jata shakti kripa sabhe tata gai. In a similar way, there is no end to the glories of Lord Chaitanya, so a person can glorify him only as far as he is empowered. Jare jata shakti kripa tavish tata gai, sabhe tata gai. Ādi-khaṇḍa. Okay, this is whatever preamble or whatever you say. So verse 150. Before commencing the recitation of the topics of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in answer to the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya led by Shonak, who were desirous of hearing the topics of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam from Mahabhagavat Sutta Goswami, Śrī Sutta, before that, he describes the unlimited sweetness of Krishna's topics, names, forms, qualities, associates, and pastimes in the following words. So this is what he spoke before commencing the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Navapatantyatma samam patatrinas tata samang Vishnu gatim vipaschita. As the birds fly in the sky as far as their capacity allows, so the learned devotees describe the Lord as far as their realization allows. Gaudiya Bhashya. This is the commentary by Sri Vṛndāvana Acharya. First is Vijay Dvaja, his commentary on this verse. While flying in the sky according to their own strength, the birds stop flying when their energy is exhausted. They do not stop because of thinking that the unlimited sky has an end. Similarly, although learned persons like Brahma attempt to achieve knowledge of Vishnu according to their own capacities, they desist only due to their own insufficient capacity. They do not desist because of thinking that the unlimited qualities of Sri Govinda have an end or limit. That's Sri Vijay Dvaj. Now this is Vṛndāvana. As a bird or crane flies in the sky according to its own strength, learned persons attempt to grasp the glories of the Lord on the strength of their own intelligence. The purport is that a bird or crane does not return from flight due to a limit in the sky. Rather, they return due to the limit of their ability. Similarly, learned persons also retire from their attempts to grasp knowledge of Vishnu due to the exhaustion of their intelligence, not because the glories of the Lord are exhausted, finished, or unlimited. I mean, even Anantadev, with his unlimited mouths, is glorifying Krishna as quickly as he can, and Krishna's glories are always increasing, and so he can never reach the limit there's a competition between Anantadeva and Krishna, right? It's explained in the beginning. Sarva Vaishnavera paye mora namaskar, ite aparada kichu nahuka amar. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of all the Vaishnavas, so that they may not consider my offenses. Gaudiya Bhashya. Accepting subordination to all Vaishnavas, I am humbly offering obeisances and praying at their lotus feet that they may not consider my offenses. Without understanding the purport of pure devotional service, the Prakrit Sahajias, who are so-called devotees, they consider themselves devotees or Vaishnavas. But since they are either material enjoyers or pseudo-renunciates, they are situated far away from nishkapat bhakti, non-duplicitous devotional service, sincere devotional service. Therefore, rather than achieving the service of Vishnu, they enjoy Vishnu's illusory energy and mistakenly accept this as service to Vishnu. By using the phrase Sarva Vaishnava in this verse, Vaishnav Acharya Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana, he did not refer to pseudo-devotees, atheists, or Prakrit Sahajias. He has taught everyone to accept subordination to the Vaishnavas. Wow, there's a bird that got really close up to me. Very brave. It's on the ground here. Okay. He's like right next to me. Flew away. Okay. Therefore, rather than achieving the service of Vishnu, these Prakrit Sahajas enjoy Vishnu's illusory energy and mistakenly accept this as service to Vishnu. By using the phrase Sarva Vaishnava in this verse, Vaishnavacharya Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana did not refer to pseudo-devotees, atheists, or Prakrit Sahajias. He has taught everyone to accept subordination to the Vaishnavas. So yeah, he's only referring to genuine Vaishnavas, not Prakrit Sahajias or these pseudo-devotees. Okay, here's that verse by Tokoram Babaji that Kishore was telling us about before. Aul baul karta bhaja neda doravish shai sahajya sakhi bheki smarta jati goshai ativari chura hari goranga nagari tota kahe e tera shanga nahi kori. Oh, Subal knows that one by heart. He's just reciting everything. Okay, one should avoid associating with the 13 different classes of imitation devotees known as Aul, Baul, Karta Bhaja, Neda, Daravesh, Shai, Sakhi Beki, Smarta, Jata Goshai, Ativari, Chudadhari, and Gauranga Nagari. These 13 types of upper sampradayas opposed to Gaura's teachings, they are opposed to Gaura's teachings, and they are identified by an ancient Mahajan, Totoram Babaji. They cannot be called pure Vaishnavas because they are purely non-Vaishnav. Giving up their bad association and accepting subordination of pure Vaishnavas has been indicated in this verse. If one offensively thinks that the word Sarva Vaishnav has been used at this place out of humility to indicate all human beings, then it is to be understood that such a foolish person is overwhelmed by the illusory energy of Vishnu, and he is qualified to receive the title of Asura, or demon. All living entities are by nature Vaishnavas, but the mind's restlessness and the gross body's sinful activities, which are born from the bodily concept of life, are not included in pure non-duplicitous principles of Vaishnavism. Acceptance of subordination to the pure Vaishnavas and encouraging Vaishnav aparad born from the external enjoying propensity are never the same. That was 13 Upasampradayas during that time. That was a long time ago. And my Gurudev said that my Param Gurudev counted how many? It was like 30-something Upasampradayas. And now, my Gurudev would say, nobody, who knows how many there are now? It increases in time. Oh, 30. My Gurudev said that my Param Gurudev counted 33 Apasampradayas. Kishore is just confirming. 33. And now, many more. And in the future, there'll be many, many, many more, because that's the nature of this age. Samsarer par hoya bhaktir sagare je dubi. Oh, this is a famous verse. Samsarer par hoya bhaktir sagare je dubibe she bhajuka nitai chandere. I hear this verse all the time. Okay, anyone who wants to cross the ocean, the material ocean, and merge in the ocean of devotional service must worship the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Shri Nityananda Rai Ki Jai. Gaudiya Bhashya. Nityananda Prabhu is the master of the transcendental kingdom. One who is conditioned by material existence cannot serve him with his gross or subtle bodies. But if, by the causeless mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, one is freed from the desire for material enjoyment, in other words, freed from the conceptions of I and mine related with the gross and subtle bodies, and one hankers to be merged in the ocean of service to the absolute truth, then he should simply serve Nityananda Prabhu with his body, mind, and speech. If one who is bound by the ropes of material existence mistakenly accepts the muddy, poisonous canal of non-devotion in the form of material enjoyment and pseudo-renunciation as the ocean of devotional service, he can never serve Lord Nityananda, because Nityananda Swarup is the personified manifestation of Śrī Caitanya. The imaginary, insignificant object that the Prakrit Sahajas, the pseudo-devotees, and the non-devotee communities misidentify as Guru while considering the transcendental Guru Tattva is not Nityananda Swarup. Amar Prabhur Prabhu Shri Gaura Sundar E Boro Bharasat Chitte Dhori Nirantar. Since Shri Gaurasundar is the Lord of my Lord, I constantly hope he will bestow mercy on me. Gaudiya Bhashya. Although Nityananda Prabhu is a manifestation of Śrī Caitanya, he is a servant of Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Swarup is my Lord, and Gaurasundar is the Lord of my Lord, or Mahaprabhu. Since Gaurasundar alone is the worshipable Lord of my spiritual master, I always maintain firm faith in my heart that by the mercy of my Lord, who is my spiritual master, I will certainly be qualified in my pure sanctified state to engage in pure devotional service to Mahaprabhu at some time or other. I think it's saying Prabhu and Mahaprabhu. It's annoying when they don't leave any Sanskrit. By the mercy of my Prabhu, I will gain the feet of Mahaprabhu. That's what I think it's saying. In other words, Mahaprabhu will consider me the servant of his servant. Keho bole Prabhu Nityananda Balaram, Keho bole Chaitanya Mahapriya Dham, Keho bole Mahateji Yan Adhikari, Keho bole Kono Rupa Bhujite Napari, Kiva Jati Nityananda, Kiva Bhakta Jnani, Jar Jeno Mata Icha Na Bolo Ekeni, Je Shekene Chaitanya Nityananda Nahe, She Charana Dhanamor Rahuka Hridaye, Eto Parihare O Je Papi Ninda Kore, Tobe Lati Maro Tar Shirer Upare, on top of the head. Beat him with a stick on top of the head. Someone says, Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram, and another says, he is the most beloved devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Someone else says, he is a powerful personality. And another says, I kick him on the head. That's what Lati Maro means, right? Yeah. And another says, we do not understand who he is. Someone may consider Nityananda a sannyasi, someone may consider him a devotee, and someone may consider him a jnani. They may say whatever they like. Even if Nityananda is a most insignificant servant of Lord Chaitanya, I would still keep his lotus feet in my heart. Therefore, I kick the head of any sinful person who disregards the glories of Lord Nityananda and dares to criticize him. Gaudiya Bhashya. Gaudiya Bhashya. In some people's opinion, Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram, the direct manifestation of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In others' opinion, he is the servitor personality of Godhead, the dearmost servant of Chaitanya Dev. There are others still who consider him a Mahabhagavat, Avadut, Paramahamsa, and there are some people who cannot understand who he is. Nityananda Sarup may be the Paramahamsa Avadut spiritual master of the sannyasis, or he may be a devotee learned in the science of God. People may address him in any way they want, or he may have any kind of relationship with Chaitanya Dev. Any kind of relationship with Chaitanya Dev. Yet, I will always hold Nityananda's invaluable lotus feet within my heart. If an atheist considers that suffering miseries in the hell known as Andhatamisra or Maharorav is most palatable, then in order to achieve that, he blasphemes my spiritual master. Then without considering his mundane prestigious position or exalted post, I will kick his head, which is the reservoir of all sinful propensities. Doesn't matter who he is, what prestigious position he has, I kick him in the head. Seeing the Kaurav's mischief and hearing their blasphemous words, Sri Baladev spoke the following words in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.68.31. Baladev said, clearly the many passions of these scoundrels have made these passions have made these scoundrels so proud that they do not want peace. Then let them be pacified by physical punishment, as animals are with a stick. If a genuine disciple lacks this quality of genuine, pure, topmost devotion at the lotus feet of his bona fide spiritual master, this kind of nishta, then he cannot be called an actual disciple. Without understanding this fact, sinful, hellish people invite auspiciousness by blaspheming the spiritual master rather than serving him. As a result of the greatly beneficial topics that Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana manifested in this world, in order to record in brightly effulgent golden words the proper etiquette of a genuine disciple, the entire world of pure Vaishnavas have accepted Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana as the Gurudev of the entire Vaishnava community. For those who have the slightest doubt, born of abominable cheating of propensities or sinful motives in this Vedic conclusion, anybody who has any little doubt, there is no possibility, life after life, in achieving devotion to Gaura Krishna. Receiving the mercy and inheriting the duties of Nityananda Prabhu, Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana has acted as Acharya Guru in this world. The ignorant, ass-like pseudo-devotees who consider the Prakrit Sahajas, who are hellish living incarnations of cheating humility, by considering them ideal spiritual masters, they simply commit offenses at the lotus feet of Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana. No pure devotee under the shelter of Chaitanya and Nityananda will ever associate in any way with the simple Upasampradayas who are opposed to Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana. Yet, if due to past misdeeds or misfortune, one happens to face such bad association, then Gaudiya Vaishnavas have no qualification to associate with that dishonest person whose ill-motivated mind has deviated from the lotus feet of Vrindavan Das Thakur. The community of arrogant persons who take millions and millions of births to understand Vrindavan Das Thakur's causeless mercy, it will take them millions and millions of births to understand Vrindavan Das Thakur's causeless mercy. So until their offenses are exhausted, they will never have the opportunity to receive a kick on the head from the sanctified, all auspicious feet of a pure Vaishnava. They aren't so fortunate to receive that kick on their head. Even the genuine desire for receiving the non-duplicitous mercy of a pure Vaishnava is a rare commodity for ignorant, mundane, sinful people, or for pious fruitive workers, or mental speculators. Living entities who are averse to Hari, Guru, and Vaishnava have not accumulated sufficient piety in their previous lifetimes. nor have thousands of their forefathers accumulated sufficient piety. They haven't accumulated sufficient piety that they are qualified to receive the all-auspicious kick from the lotus feet of the pure, transcendental, ultimate benefit-awarding lotus feet of Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana. The moment that dust from the lotus feet of a pure Vaishnava will fall on the heads of sinful persons, that very moment they will become free from all material contamination and deceit, and thus become proprietors of the wealth of devotional service. Okay, we're at the last verses here now. What time is it? Oh my God, it's already 8:31. Oof. But we're very close to the end. Look, that's it. So I'm going to just finish. We'll be 5 minutes over time. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Chaitanya Jivan Tomara Charanamor Hokusharan. All glories to Lord Nityananda, whose life and soul is Lord Chaitanya. Let me take shelter at your lotus feet. Tomar hoya jeno Gora Chandra Gaya Janme Janme jeno Tomar Sanghati Bedaya. As your servant, let me sing the glories of Lord Chaitanya, and let me accompany you birth after birth. Gaudiya Bhashya. O Lord, I may take birth in any species of life, but please be merciful that I remain your servant. Moreover, O Lord, since you do not engage in any activity other than glorifying the qualities of Mahaprabhu, may I, as your most insignificant servant, constantly engage in assisting a little in your service. Presently, the transcendental Vaishnavas who live in the mats as members of the Vishva Vaishnava Raj Sabha, they have abandoned all varieties of material activities and are following in the footsteps of Nityananda Sarup in order to glorify the qualities of Gaurachandra. They alone are the genuine, pure disciples of Ṭhākura Vṛndāvana. For this reason, sinful persons who are victims of the age of Kali and who are averse to such disciples are certainly sinful and on the path to hell. Jai Shunaye Ādi-khaṇḍa Chaitanyer Katha Tahare Śrī Gaurachandra Milibe Sarvata. One who hears the topics of Lord Chaitanya described in Ādi-khaṇḍa will certainly attain his lotus feet. Ishvara Purir Stane Hoya Vidhai Grihe Ailen Prabhu Śrī Gauranga Rai. After taking leave of Ishvar Puri, Lord Gauranga returned home. Shuni Sarva Navadvīpa Hoilo Anandita Prana Asi Dehe Jeno Hoilo Upanito. Everyone in Navadvīpa was happy to hear of the Lord's arrival. They felt as if their life air had returned to their body. Gaudiya Bhashya. When the life air of a living entity leaves the body, it is called dead. And when the life air returns to an inert body, it is called healthy and conscious. Similarly, when Gaurasundar went from Śrī Mayapur to Gaya and stayed there for some time, all the residents of Navadvīpa became lifeless. Now, by Śrī Gaurasundar's return to Śrī Mayapur Navadvīpa, they all regained their lives. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanta Jan Vṛndāvana dāsa tochu pada jugegan. Accepting Śrī Caitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends the English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya commentary on Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ādi-khaṇḍa, Chapter 17, entitled The Lord's Travel to Gaya. An end of Ādi-khaṇḍa. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Shriman Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura Ki Jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ki Jai. Ādi-khaṇḍa Caitanya-bhāgavata Ādi-khaṇḍa Ki Jai. Shri Śrīla Gurudev ki jai, Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai, Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Swaparshad Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Gaudiya Bhashya Commentary ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai Ho. Now the Ādi-khaṇḍa is complete. And yeah, really glad that you all were here with me for this big transition now in the Leela of Mahaprabhu to the Madhya-khaṇḍa, where he's now distributing the purpose for which he came to this world. The two external reasons is, right, to give this love of this rag marg bhakti, this spontaneous loving devotional service of the residents of Vraj. He came to give this to the jivas of this world and to establish the Yuga Dharma in the form of Nam Sankirtan, but not just any Nam Sankirtan, Prem Nam Sankirtan, which has never been given in any other Kali Yuga until the previous one, millions and millions of yugas before. So, yeah, Jai Ho. Now we are going to begin that, the Madhya-khaṇḍa. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, for the next, I have to look, but I'm wondering if it would be nice to, over the next couple days, read all those Katha Sars by Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, just so that we can get a synopsis of everything that we've been reading now, I think, for 70 days. Yeah, tomorrow will be 70 days. We've been reading Caitanya-bhāgavata. And so we can get all those 70 days of reading, we can just condense it into 2 days. And I have to see how many words that would be if we just put all those kathasars all together. And then we just have it all like in one nutshell, kind of like we got it all fresh in our heads, and then we can move on to Madhya-khaṇḍa. Okay, Kishore and Satya Mataji both think that's a good idea. Cool, so I'll do that. And okay, just checking the comments. Vidya Lala Sadidi, Dandavat Pranams. And I remember Vidya Lala Sadidi yesterday was saying that she thought that was a good idea when I mentioned it. Amit Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Also pranams Vidya Lala Sadidi. And all right. Vidya Lala Sadidi says, thanks to you. I mean, it's not thanks to me, it's thanks to everybody here, because I wouldn't be reading if it weren't all for you. She got the opportunity to go through Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata for the first time along with all of us. Yes, I am grateful to all of you also. Yes, I'm very happy that, this has been changing my mornings. Usually my morning sadhana is like nothing, and so this is all thanks to all of you. I've been having some kind of juice every morning. All right, does anybody have anything that they would like to, anything from today's reading, or just anything on their minds? Satya Mataji, Nari Hari Prabhu, Kishore Prabhu, Champa Mataji, anybody?
Kirtan.
Kirtan, okay, yes, let's do Kirtan. Oh yeah, we'll do Kirtan. Jaidwani, you can do Jaidwani, and then if anybody has anything to say. Otherwise, if they need to go, because I know it's getting late. Oh my God, we're already 10 minutes over time. All right, do a little Mahamantra, do a little Jai Sachinandan, Jai Gaura Hari, and then we'll do that. Okay. Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Nityananda Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari, Nityananda Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Advaitera Pradana, Sankirtan Bihari, Advaitera Pradana, Sankirtan Bihari, Oh, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, Gadadhara Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari, Gadadhara Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari, Oh, Gadadhara Pranadana, Nadiya Bihari, Oh, Gadadhara Pranadana, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Srinivasa Hari Dāsa Sankirtan Bihari, Srivasa Hari Dāsa Sankirtan Bihari, Srivasa Hari Dāsa Sankirtan Bihari, Srivasa Hari, sorry, Srivasa Pranadana Sankirtan Bihari, Hari Dāsa Pranadana Sankirtan Bihari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Bhakta Vrinda Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Bhakta Vrinda Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Shachi Matar Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Shachi Matar Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari, Vishnu Priya Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Vishnu Priya Pranadana Nadiya Bihari, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai 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 Vrindavana Das Ṭhākur Vrindavana Das, Vrindavana Das Ṭhākur Vrindavana Das, Ṭhākur Vrindavana Das, Jai Vrindavana Das Ṭhākur Vrindavana Das, Jai Vrindavana Das, Jai Guru Deva Jai Guru Deva, Kishore Prabhu, would you like to do Jai Dwani?
जय सब्रिकार शेषे गुरु गौरंग कन्हर विका गिरिधरि रार विनोर बिहरि राधा नयना राधरमन बिहरि राध माधव श्री श्री महाप्रभु राधा मदन मोहन जू की जय। श्री श्री राधा मदन गोपाल जू की जय।
Jai.
श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय।
Jai.
जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पार परमहंस व्रजगचार्य वर्य अष्टोत्तरश्त श्रीमाद भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पार परमहंस व्रजगचार्य वर्य अष्टोत्तरश्त श्रीमाद भक्तिवेदांत श्रील नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज परिपावन श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पार स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमाद भक्ति बलप्त्यर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान भक्तिवेदांत श्रील वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान भक्तिवेदांत त्रिविक्रम गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णु पाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान नित्यानंद सप्तवेश्वतार श्रील भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान भक्ति द्वैत माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज परम गुरुदेव चार्य केशरी की जय। जय नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद स्तोत्रश्त श्रीमान जगत गुरु श्री वर्षपानाभिधैत दास शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। स्वापरिकार शिल प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद महापरम भगवत परवार परमहंस शिशिमार गौर किशोर दास पबजी महाराज की जय। नित्यलेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद सप्तम गोस्वामी अष्टोत्तरश्त शिशिमाद सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाशय की जय। जय हो नित्यलेल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वभौम अष्टोत्तरश्त शिशिमाद जगन्नाथ पबजी महाराज की जय। सूर्य कुंदवासी सिद्धा शिल मधुसूदन दास पबजी महाराज की जय। श्री उर्वरास उदरान दास की जय। गुरुविरान आचार्य शिशिल बलदेव दिव्यभूषण प्रभु की जय। महामहोपध्याय रसिक शिरोमणि शिल विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर पार की जय। शिल रसिकानंद मुरारी देव गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्रील रामचंद्र कविराज की जय। श्री लोचन दास ठाकुर की जय। शील नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर महाशय श्रीनिवास आचार्य शमानंद पंडित प्रभुत्राय की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी पाद की जय। रिकावे व्यसवतार शील वृंदावन दास ठाकुर महाशय की जय। श्री अष्टकविराज वसुर जानव नित्यानंद दुर्श गोपाल श्री छौषती महंत की जय। जय श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ सर्गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप रमानंद लोकनाथ पुगर्भ अदि गौर परिषाद वृंद की जय। पतित पावन परमा दयाल श्रीमन नित्यानंद राम महाजान की जय। नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील ईश्वर परिपार की जय। श्रील माधवेंद्र परिपार की जय। श्री अंतरदीप मायापुर सिमनदीप गौतमदीप मध्यदीप बलुदीप ऋतुदीप जानुदीप मद्र द्रुमादीप रुद्रादीप मात्मका श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री एक चक्र धाम की जय। श्री शांतिपुर धाम की जय। प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम श्री गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ गोपी गोपा गो गिरि गोवर्धन वनात्माक श्री ब्रज मंडल धाम की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गंग सखी आमर सखी तुलसी भक्ति देवी की जय। वृषभानुनंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी ठाकुरानी की जय। श्री ललिता विशाखा चित्र चंपकला तुंग विदे इंदुलेखा रंग देवी सुदेवी अरि सखी वृंद की जय। श्री अनंग प्रेम मंजुलाली शेरूप लवंग राग विलस गुणरति कस्तूरी हरि मंजारी वृंद की जय। श्री कमल मंजरी की जय। श्री नयन मणि मंजरी की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भगवती पूर्णमासी कुमारी देवी की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर श्री महादेव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र नीलमाधव जी की जय। Śrī Jagannath-puri Dham ki jai. Sarva Vikram Vinashan Kore Bhakti Vikram Vinash Śrī Indra Singh Dev ki jai. Jai Bhaktaraj Bhakti Prabhu Shivlar Maharaj ki jai. Sri Kalal Lakshmi Singh Dev ki jai. Shri Charidam Shri Samradaj Shri Chari ki jai. Sri Madhvar Manoja Vishnu Swami Nambaditya Shri Chari ki jai. Akar Mathurā Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Śrī Gauri Mat Vrinda ki jai. Grantara Śrī Mad Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita Chaitanya Charitamrita Chaitanya Bhagavat Jaiva Dharma Adi Sarva Gauri Vaishnava Grantha Vrinda ki jai. Harinamacharya Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura ki jai. Tribhuvan Mangal Shri Harinama Prabhu ki jai. Tribhuvan Mangal Shri Harinam Sankirtan Dharma ki jai. Tribhuvan Mangal Dhanya Kaliyuk Tark Brahma Shri Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mahamantra ki jai. Sri Anand Kori Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Shri Samakata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Ādi-khaṇḍa ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Madhya-khaṇḍa ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Antya-khaṇḍa ki jai. Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura Mahāshaya ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Ṭhākura Mahāshaya ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada Gauriya Vaśya ki jai. Śrī Sachidananda Gaura Hari ki jai. Paramadayal Shriman Nityananda Ram Mahajana ki jai. All devotees watching on Facebook, Zoom, and YouTube ki jai. Srinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Vrindaya Tulsidevaya Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful to all of you. And Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Hari Ki Jai. Unfortunately, my mother's going to call me in a few minutes, and so I can't, we'll have to end the video kind of soon. But yeah, tomorrow, I think when I do the recaps, maybe I'll try to end a little bit earlier, so in case anybody has any things that stood out to them that they want to share, whatever, so there'll be more discussion time. But do you have anything that you want to say, just a little something before we end? Kishore or anybody, Satyamataji or anybody? If not, or Niri Hari Prabhu.
In Prabhupada's Saraswati Thakura's commentary in Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura, when he was saying that by associating with, by hearing Krishna's glories, you're associating with Krishna directly. I was remembering that one time Śrīla Prabhupada was reading Bhagavad Gita with all the devotees, and one devotee said, Arjuna was so fortunate, and he got to hear the Bhagavad Gita from Krishna directly. And Prabhupada said, even today you can hear the Bhagavad Gita from Krishna directly, just by listening to the verses from the Bhagavad Gita.
Wow, yeah, we're so not used to that way of thinking. Like, we think everything's so external, but actually, really, yeah, that's such a beautiful point. It's not just a theoretical thing, it's actually direct, tangible, what's that verse? Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pashyanti panti kalayanti. Krishna is non-different from every aspect of Krishna is completely non-different. So all his senses performs the functions of the other senses. And also, it goes further than that. His name performs the function of his own body. It's all completely the same thing. And so, yeah. And when we have actual faith in that, then we can experience it. The only problem is lack of faith. But we get that faith through that Ādi-khaṇḍa, right? Coming from the pure devotee.
Yeah. Can I say one thing? I just remember one occasion in Los Angeles, Prabhupada gave an evening class, and at the end of it, he said, "Did you like that?" I was like, "Yeah, Prabhupada, yes." He said, "I liked it too." That's Paramatma. He said, "That's Paramatma." So it reminded me of the verse, Shashat Haditena Samasta Shastra. There's no difference in that. So, yeah, like you said, we're so accustomed to measure things, linearly, not understanding, that, yeah, there's no difference between the sound, Krishna, and his name, and like that. So,
Yes. Wow.
and that occasion we got to see that Shabda Brahma, even the pure devotee, it's like Krishna is speaking. It was a Bhagavad Gita, actually, it was a Bhagavad Gita class.
Jai Ho. Yes, Satyam. That is such a beautiful point, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yes,
Very nice.
Satyam.
So I just wanted to say, wherever Krishna is, all of his associates are there. Everyone else is there. So the idea of sadhusanga, we're here. Even if you're alone chanting, you're completely surrounded by all of his associates. They're all there.
That is, I love that point. One time, Shamala Mataji, she said, what, I can't remember, she asked or somebody else asked. No, I think she was in the room, and my Gurudev, he said that today somebody asked me a question that nobody ever asked me before, and I gave an answer that I've never given before. And he said that someone asked me, where is, I forgot which personality they said. I think they said maybe like, where is Srila Bhakti-Brigyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj right now? And then I think I might be getting this a little bit wrong, but anyways, the answer I know. My Gurudev said that just as Krishna is situated within every atom of the universe, he's like, Krishna is like, yeah. So in the same way, Krishna is never alone. Krishna is never by himself. And so Krishna, along with all his associates, along with the entire Guru Parampara, like with all his, they are also in every atom of the universe. And so they're completely, it's just because we can't realize it, but once we can, we will never feel, it's impossible to feel lonely. It's like they're all here with us. And so that's such a wonderful point that you brought up. And yeah, I think that's a really nice note to end on. Really, Kishore, Nuri Hari Prabhu, and Satya Mataji, really beautiful way to end this Ādi-lila, Ādi-khaṇḍa. Thank you.
And my pranams to Nistancha Mataji and Rishabdev Prabhu.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, from us too.
Yeah, Satya Mataji, you had something else to say?
No, same thing. Say hi to them for me.
Okay, yes, I will. They'll be happy. All right.
Okay. Haribol. Thank you.
Dandavat pranams, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams to all. Satyam.
Radhe Radhe.
Haribol.
Radhe Radhe Krishna.
Ganga Mataji and everybody. Okay. Vidyalala Siddhi. Okay, I'm going to end now. Haribol.